Hello, this is Father Byron, and this is Homilies for Busy People. You know, this weekend in the Gospel, we get to hear what God's blueprint, what vision He has for all of us. And it comes in this saying by Jesus when He says that no disciple is superior than the teacher. But when fully trained, he will become like his teacher. It's very interesting because it is a beautiful invitation that Jesus Himself is doing to be like Him. But it's not easy. It takes training. It takes training. You know, the first time in the book of Genesis, when we heard the serpent tricking Adam and Eve, he also told them, you can be like God if we just eat this apple. If you go it through the easy way, if you choose something that's just convenient to you and nobody else. Today, Jesus is inviting us to be like Him and be participants of His salvation and His blessings and His liberation if we do our training. But what is this training all about? Jesus today in the Gospel as well gives us a good starting point. He says, look at yourself and figure out and find out what kind of tree you are. Speaking of trees, that's a beautiful tree. And how do we know what kind of trees we are? I think we know it by our fruits. How do we think of people who think differently from us? How do we face trials? Who do we blame whenever things fall through? There is a lot of training for us to do, and I'm there as well. But it is totally worth it. It is totally worth it because this is the way to have a beautiful access to be fulfilled as human beings, to find meaning in living and meaning even in the midst of problems, and to be like the Master who's calling us to be like Him. So sisters and brothers, this weekend, let us keep this in mind. Let us keep this in mind that, we can be like God and we can be all that God wants us to be. We can fulfill and bring that God's blueprint into reality if we do our part, if we allow ourselves to be part of it, and if we allow Jesus to help us out. Then we will not be busy trying to pick out the splinters of people's eyes, but actually we'll be humbly rejoicing that our lives and our words and our ways of living have inspired others to also become good trees and to give good fruit.